Kia ora. Welcome to ResBaz Aotearoa 2023. In this video, we will try to help you with selecting and sequencing some ResBaz sessions. We have three learning pathways. The first one is research computing. The second one is publications, engagement and impact. And the third one is data collection and cleaning. Okay, so let's start with research computing. This often involves topics that are related to data science, but that doesn't mean that you have to be a data scientist. At first, let's explore what we can do. This is mostly about different programming languages such as Python, R, and Julia, as well as the command line interface. Next, we talk about how to apply this or what resources to use. Many researchers simply need more computational power than your standard laptop or desktop can provide. Therefore, you will learn some skills to access more power and to use other research computing options. Okay, so if you want to follow along and have a look at the schedule, please go to resbaz.auckland.ac.nz and in this top navigation, click on Schedule. Here, you can filter sessions by the mentioned topics. So, let's go for research computing. Again, research computing's first half is dedicated to what can be done with research computing. So, we'll talk about programming languages. Again, Python, R, and Julia. R. Let's start with R. R is very commonly used, and it originated from research needs to undertake statistical analysis and to create graphics. Nowadays, there are heaps of things that you can do with R, and these are presented in the session Introduction to R and RStudio. What you've learned here will be expanded on in using R for statistical analysis and even more in hands-on statistical analysis with R. Python. Python is another popular programming language in the research community. Python is commonly employed for all kinds of research tasks. To get an overview, we recommend attending the taster session, How can Python help your research? And if you already had one or now developed a taste for Python, Introduction to the Python programming language gets you started with hands-on coding in Python. Maybe you face some challenges in your research with handling, changing, manipulating not one, but maybe hundreds or even more files. The session Python for image manipulation and repeatable research pipelines helps you in making Python do the work so you can free up some time to focus on other research tasks. Even though you can run many aspects of R and Python in a graphical user interface or GUI, so you can run them independent of something that we refer to as CLI, the command line interface, or others might call it a terminal word. Sometimes it comes in really handy to have such skills. So using this terminal or CLI version might give you more functionality, or you can automate tedious tasks, or you can create something repeatable and therefore something that helps you with research reproducibility, and these things become more and more important. In the session Introduction to Command Line, you will be familiarized with important commands, but also the related mindset and the syntax. Syntax is a fancy way of saying how you have to type things out, often upper or lowercase, dashes, or even the sequence matters. As a next step, you can apply these skills in the session using the command line to find, replace, and manipulate data. The session title gives away a lot and might save you hours of work. Another aspect of research with computing that is trending right now is what some refer to as AI or artificial intelligence, or others might just call machine learning or ML. The relatively new language Julia aims to unite the need for controlling what is going on under the hood while also being user-friendly. Therefore, we have 3 sessions dedicated to Julia, and these build upon one another. Firstly, there's the session, what is the Julia programming language and is it right for me? Then, in the session, getting started with the Julia programming language, you will see more details. Ultimately, in the session, introduction to using Julia for machine learning, you will get hands-on experience with Julia and machine learning. So, we just talked about programming languages and machine learning, and we have looked at what can be done with research computing. Let's shift the focus to how to apply what we just talked about, or in other words, what resources to use. Machine learning and many other tasks supported by programming require heaps of processing power. Power that your laptop or desktop maybe isn't able to provide. You might need something more beefy. In particular, for our participants from the University of Auckland, you can get an overview by attending Research Compute, an overview of options at the University of Auckland. And then there are 2 sessions for the New Zealand e-science infrastructure, NESI, who offer high-performance computing, or some of you might know that as HPC. The first session has the telling name, What is NESI? New Zealand's high-performance computers. And knowledge you've acquired here can be put into action in the session, Introduction to High-Performance Computing with NESI. Thanks for your time. We talked about one learning pathway. We will cover the other 2 in upcoming videos. And we look forward to seeing you at ResBaz Aotearoa 2023. Enjoy!